What's going on, family? What's going on this Friday night? It's the weekend, baby. Yes, it is. Want to thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. You got to do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit my like button. You got to hit that like button as you come in, as you tune in tonight. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Will you do that for me? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Also, share this video with one person to one person. Share this video and hype this video right now, if you don't mind. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts, along with the best chat room on YouTube. Before we start this thing off, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will bounce back against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills this Sunday. Shedeur will bounce back. Had a rough game last week, and I guarantee you Shedeur Sanders will bounce back. And also, we're going to talk about, can Coach Prime win at Colorado? Can Coach Prime win at Colorado this upcoming year? We're going to talk about it all right here on Sports Talk with the best chat room on YouTube. All right? It's going to be a 40 to 45 minute show. And as you come in, and if you're new, let us know what state you're representing, because I already know Georgia and Texas and Florida, North Carolina, California, New York, they represent hard over here. Chicago, Illinois, as we see y'all. Yeah. All right, let me see who in the chat before we get this show started. All right. Promise you, I won't hold you long. And a reminder, I won't be able to go live on tomorrow. I got a Christmas dinner that I got to go to with my friends. She wanted me to go with her, so I won't do no live show tomorrow night. Just letting y'all know. All right. MSD is in the building. PC40, Miss Crystal Wise William is here. I love CC in the building. MSD. PC40, what's going on? Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you tonight. Thomas White, what's going on? Everybody's is in the building. Come on in and hit that like button as you come in. Will you do that for me tonight? We're getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders. Wayne Brown is in the building. Miss Janice Pearson is in the building. Appreciate you. Danielle Jones is in the building. Danielle Jones, I'm sorry about that. Danielle Jones is in the building. Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you tonight. Andrew is here. My dog, Val Green, is in the here. Goal is no picks, 2 touchdowns and a win. That's right. That's the goal, baby. That's the goal. Great One is in the building. Miss Sabrina is in the building. And if y'all are tuning in right now, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the membership. Join the membership. You got to help the broadcast continue to grow. Just join the membership. Join the membership. Patricia Gordon, what's going on? K-Fall, what's going on? 88, appreciate you tonight. B, what's going on? B, 9782 is in the building. ATL Chad Griffin is in the house. You know Georgia gonna represent, boy. Georgia ain't letting me down. Merry Christmas back to you, Miss Lady. South Carolina, appreciate you tonight. Danielle Jones, what's going on? Brent Higgins, what's going on? That transfer portal. Yeah, transfer portal. Colorado 16, Florida 17, Florida State 17, Auburn 17, Kansas State 16, Texas 10. So Colorado fan, please do not feel bad because players are leaving for greener grass. They are. We're going to talk about that in about 20 more minutes. All right? In about 15 to 20 more minutes, we're going to talk about it. All right? We sure is. I love CC said, whatever choice people make, I'm okay with it. Stay or leave. Can't nobody change your mind. Agree with you 100%. Miss Carolyn Shepherd, what's going on? How you feeling? Appreciate you tonight. Reverend Nelson, salute my brother. Miss Janet, how you feeling? How you feeling tonight? How you feeling tonight? Think I got everybody. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road. Miss West is in the building. Miss West is in the building. All right, family. Let's get this party started. Shedeur Sanders got a big time game. Miss Hall, what's up? Shedeur Sanders got a big time game, y'all. Shedeur had a bad game last week. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it a buck. I know everybody keeps saying, hey, it's just his false start. No. He can't be legendary, and then we got to try to cover up what's been put out on the field. We know this just was his fourth game starting. We know the offensive line is not any good. We know the head coach is not for him. We know that they haven't had a running game. But for as the quarterback play on the field, Shedeur got to play better. Even he said he got to play better. So I know I'm not making up nothing. He got to play better. And he know he must play better because this is Shedeur audition to see if the Cleveland Browns want to keep him as a starting quarterback. He got to show them something. He can't be up and down, even though I know he's still a rookie, even though he didn't get no preseason reps with the first team offense and all that. We know all that. But for as quarterbacking on the field, pre-snap, when he's going to the line of scrimmage, when he's looking at his pre-snap, and then he transfer into post-snap, he got to understand what the defense is trying to do to him because the blueprint is out on Shedeur. They're going to blitz him. He got to know how to slide that protection, and he got to get rid of that football. Can't hit that home run on every play. A check down ain't nothing wrong with a check down. Tom Brady played his whole career with a check down. So Shedeur got to do that too. I don't care if the special team done gave up and doing all kind of crazy stuff out there and the team is losing 14 and now. Shedeur still got to stay calm at that quarterback. He cannot bring the Cleveland Browns back on one play. He got to stand in that pocket and complete passes. Complete passes. That's what we need from Shedeur. He got to get his completion rate up. Shedeur right now is at a 52 pass completion rating as a starting quarterback. That's horrible. That ain't nothing we used to from Shedeur. Shedeur is a 67 to 70% passing rating quarterback, and he got to get better at that, and he know that. Matter of fact, I'm finna let you listen to him as he say that.
I just gotta play better. Yeah, I just can't make those costly turnovers, and have the expectation to win. Just gotta get more completions. I gotta get more completions, and even whenever we're down or anything, I can't press. I just gotta remain having those mental notes to myself. Just work within the game and just keep driving the ball, get first down. I'm just excited that I'm able to get everybody's best. I'm excited about that. That makes me feel proud. That I have that. I'm just getting in the league and my feet settled and everything. So I get excited knowing I'm able to face those challenges because you gotta understand this year right here. This the worst it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this the foundation. This is where I'm building from. This is where I'm understanding different things. This is where everything's translating for me. So I'm excited about it. I'm extremely excited about it because I know we're gonna get them. I know we're gonna get them eventually.
That's Shedeur Sanders doing a press conference saying the same thing that I just got through saying. He know he got to play better. He know he got to play fast. He know he got to get that ball out of his hand and make more completion. He can't press when the team is down. Now, the coaching staff and the offensive line got to help him out, too. That's a must, too. Now, the special team, they ain't been special, y'all. They're just saying. And also, the Cleveland Browns defense have let the team down in the last 4 games, especially when Shedeur Sanders has been the quarterback. The defense hasn't been lights out like we expected them to be. and like they was first part of the season. And if they were, that will help Shedeur, and they can get the ball back to him so he won't have to press, so he won't have to go for that home run just about every play. We know he can throw the deep ball, but can he complete the passes from 10 to 15 yards? 10 to 15 yards on a consistent basis in a tight window. Can Shedeur throw a wide receiver open? I know he can, but he haven't displayed it yet in the NFL as a starting quarterback. He can throw the deep ball, but he got to learn how to trust. He got to trust those wide receivers. If Jerry Jeudy is going to be on the field, and I know he's saying he don't trust him, he got to distribute that ball all over. He just can't continue to throw that ball to Harold Fanning, the tight end. He got to use his wide receiver. Throw the ball. If they don't catch it, hell, it's on them. He got to spread that ball around to his wide receivers, and it will be so much helpful if they can get a running game. Some reason, somehow, they can't get no running game together. The Cleveland Browns need a running game. They need Quinshon Judkins to run the football. Now, when I look at the game, it look like the offensive line ain't damn blocking. But when you look at the all 22, Quinshon Judkins could have bounced that thing to the left. It'd be wide open. I think Quinshon Judkins got a vision problem. He got a vision problem. When you look at the all 22s, when he ran the ball, and I seen it, they had some cutback lanes. He could have cut back and got some yardage off of. That would help. That would help. That would help Shedeur out and the offense and their team. You know, you just can't continue to go out there and be 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and think you're gonna win a football and think they're gonna get a fair evaluation on you as a quarterback. You got to get some first down and keep that ball moving. Man, they so bad on third down, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shedeur got to understand where the blitz coming, wherever he see the blitz are coming in at, he got to slide that protection and go to his hot read. That's what a quarterback do. Go to your hot read. Identify where the blitz coming from and get that ball out to the hot read, to the hot. 9 times out of 10, going to be the solo wide receiver on your opposite side of the 3-by-3 formation. They're going to be your hot. Because 9 times out of 10, he's going to be on, they can be playing a man-to-man and he's going to be one-on-one. Or it's going to be a tight end, or it's going to be a running back out of the backfield. You can't expect to hit that home run every play. You can't. No matter, he just said he be pressing. He can't press just because they down and they losing. He got to continue to operate in the offense that they have schemed up for him. Now he got a lot going up against him. I understand it. For as the coaching staff, for as the play calling, for as the offensive line, no running game, the defense, the weather. Hey, it's time to be legendary. Shedeur he got to show up. You are good as your quarterback is in the NFL and college. College football the same way. You are good as your quarterback. If your quarterback is not doing what he's supposed to do, your team ain't gonna win. And this week, it's gonna be a big week for Shedeur. Josh Allen is a dog. Now, Josh Allen first season, shit, I didn't think he was gonna be an NFL quarterback. But he got it going. He got everything that he needed, and he got it going. And I expect Shedeur to turn out to be the same way. I really do. But let's listen to Sean, the head coach of the Buffalo, talk about Shedeur Sanders.
What you've seen of Shedeur Sanders so far?
Good player, good young player, off to a great start. Dangerous with the tool set that he brings to the table. And he's done a great job. I think their offense has actually ratcheted up since he's been under center. So that'll be a big challenge for us.
That's the head coach of the Buffalo Bills talking about Shedeur Sanders. He said, look like the offense have ratcheted up since Shedeur been out there at quarterback. And they have. They really have. They just haven't been consistent enough for them to win a football game. Shedeur need a win up under his belt. Shedeur need to send Andrew Berry, the owner, and all the people who's in charge of the Cleveland Browns that he can win a football game as a quarterback. He got to win. Quit worrying about his numbers. Quit worrying about how many passing yards, how many touchdowns, and all of that. Win a football game. That's the most important part of a quarterback can do for an organization. Win a football game. He said he talked to Jameis Winston, and Jameis Winston, whatever his last name, Jameis Winston, told him the same thing. Man, quit worrying about your numbers. Quit worrying about them touchdowns. You got to win. You got to win. Jameis Winston was throwing for 500 yards and 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. They were losing, and they traded him next year. That's what Shedeur need to do. Concentrating on winning a football game as a starting quarterback. I know the plays on the wristband, something happened to that. I know the offensive line is bad, which I'm finna show y'all right now. But still, he got to be an overcomer.
The Browns have one of the worst offensive lines in the league, but the one player that stands out on tape is their left tackle, Cam Robinson. He's currently ranked the 79th tackle out of 83 on PFF, and frankly, he's just not very good. Just watch him on this play. He's going up against Pro Bowler Montez Sweat, and Sweat used a one-arm bull rush on Robinson, but watch him get driven back and fully turned around so far that he falls right into Shedeur. And Montez Sweat kept abusing the same move on Cam Robinson throughout the game, and every time it resulted in him getting driven back. But he's also not very good against the speed rush as well. Just watch him get his hand swiped right off the line and he gets beat right away. So Shedeur immediately steps up in the pocket and buys time to find Judy near the sideline. And for once, he actually catches it. And then on this play, he gets beat again right away by overextending too far and he gives up the inside. He's also very bad in the run game as well. Watch him attempt a chip on this defensive tackle but touch straight air. Then he goes to the second level to block the linebacker but completely misses. And then that same linebacker makes a tackle on Judkins. And then on this play, they have him pulling on this outside zone run, but he completely misses his block, which results in Judkins getting stuffed in the backfield. He's on the last year of his contract, so this should be the last year he's on the Browns. But the Browns need to definitely upgrade their offensive line in the offseason.
Horrible. They got a bad offensive line. That's what Shedeur going up against. He got that working against him, man. And it's going to be hard. But it is what it is. He on the Cleveland Browns, and that's what it is going up against. They got a bad offensive line. And the line, he's going to be playing with a second and third string offensive line against the Buffalo Bills this Sunday. I mean, ain't nothing else I can say about it, man. He just got to get out there and do it. But they know, I'm sure Andrew Berry knows Shedeur is their quarterback. I'm hoping. Now, I don't know what they're thinking, but they got to see if they can get Shedeur a good offensive line during this upcoming draft and sign some offensive linemen during free agents. They ought to know that Shedeur can help them win and be competitive in their division next year. Get them some wide receivers. At least one wide receiver out of this draft and sign another wide receiver in free agent so you can move Jerry Jeudy to the slot. Because Jerry Jeudy look like he just a third wide receiver. He's not no 1 or 2. I like Isaiah Bond too. But they only good for the deep ball. What about the intermediate routes they need to run? They need to do all of that to give Shedeur a better opportunity to be successful as a quarterback. Yeah, like I say, and Kevin Stefanski, he ain't helping. Kevin he act like he have no interest in this football team. And we get down to the nitty gritty. He's sitting over there on the sideline like he ain't got a care in the world. He don't want to call no timeout. He don't want to talk to Shedeur. Let Shedeur know what he see, what's going on in the game, or nothing like that. And the former players like Acho and Shedeur McCoy, they see the same thing. I mean, Kevin Stefanski ain't won but 6 games. 6 games, family. They don't want 6. He don't want 6 games. I love CC. 6 games in 2 years. Who want a coach like that? Why is he still coaching the team? Shedeur McCoy.
The Cleveland Browns are terrible front office. They are. bad coach that makes bad decisions.
I don't agree.
I do, right? I don't live on the old. And I feel like right now, they're going to draft a quarterback. They mess up everything over there. What do they do good, though?
Shady.
In the front office. You got a head coach that really don't like the superstar young quarterback. I feel like the owner made that decision to make Shedeur the starter for the whole year. And then the GM, you go out there. Listen how this sounds. The GM goes in the draft. He picks a third-round quarterback. Then he picks a fifth-round quarterback. But the fifth-round quarterback is head and shoulders above better than the third-round quarterback. You having a quarterback competition with a third and fifth rounder. That never, ever happens. I've never seen that before. A third and fifth rounder quarterback competition? You go out there and you get Kenny Pickett. Then you trade him. Then you got a 40-year-old quarterback on your roster. That's not mismanaged?
They messed the whole season up starting out the gate. The Cleveland Browns organization messed the whole season up coming out the gate with the quarterback competition. For the quarterback, just like Shedeur McCoy said, they draft Dylan Gabriel in the third round for their quarterback when nobody else in the NFL had Dylan Gabriel rated higher than a 6th-round draft pick. But the Cleveland Browns supposed to be the smartest team in the league, and they draft Dylan Gabriel. And then went to training camp to give him all of the first-team reps. When they knew and when they know Shedeur Sanders was better than Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders was better than Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders was better than Joe Flacco, but they chose to put Shedeur at the bottom of the field and kept everybody else up top. All because of Kevin said he didn't want Shedeur. They was planning to redshirt Shedeur. And now, at the end of the season, Shedeur is their starting quarterback. I mean, you go figure that out. They went through all of that during the offseason. And now Shedeur, the player who he didn't want, is his starting quarterback, and he's been the starting quarterback for a month now. Didn't get no first-team reps during training camp, during OTAs, never threw the ball to Jerry Jeudy until a month ago, never played with the first-team offense, never played with them until a month ago, and now Shedeur is the starting quarterback, and they expect Shedeur to save the Cleveland Browns organization. And when you listen to the Cleveland media, they expect Shedeur to be the savior. He threw 3 interceptions last week. Now they say Shedeur ain't the one. They need to draft a quarterback. With a bad offensive line, no running game, the defense slacking, and then when you look at the special team, then when you look at the coaching, the play calling, yeah, but it's Shedeur's fault now. Everything is Shedeur's fault. When he beat the Raiders, we got our franchise quarterback. Now when they went and played game on the road in Chicago, when Chicago is a better team than Cleveland, Shedeur ain't the one. That's why I say Shedeur got to play better. Don't give them nothing to use against him going forward. If you play better and they still lose, it's on them. But he got to play better. He must play better. Stephen A. Smith.
This man, Kevin Stefanski, was it like 11 quarterbacks over the last 4 years?
Right.
Was it something like that?
Right.
I mean, you talk about 13 quarterbacks since 2020. Damn, you can't find somebody that works.
Right.
Can't find somebody?
Right.
Somebody? I mean, Baker Mayfield looks pretty damn good without you. Okay? Yeah. You know, you see other quarterbacks, they're looking relatively decent without you. And you're looking at Kevin Stefanski, a 2-time coach of the year. What's the problem? And then I'm looking at here, Shedeur Sanders, all right? So we got to look at him because we can't let him off the hook. He takes over in week 12. Since week 12, 16 points per game. Second worst scoring offense to the Las Vegas Raiders in the league. 56% completions, 23rd among 25 qualifiers. 5 interceptions, tied for most in the NFL. 76 passer rating, 23rd among 25 qualifiers. 36% success rate, 23rd among 25 25 qualifiers. My point is this: I could look at Shedeur Sanders, Jeff, CC, and blame them, right? My problem is, damn, Kevin Stefanski. Does any quarterback work for you? Any quarterback at all?
Right.
At some point in time, ain't it about you? Ain't it about your offensive coordinator? Ain't it about what y'all are bringing to the table? Because if no one seems to work for you as an offensive mind at the quarterback position, how can I look at Shedeur Sanders? I might have to look at you and say, you might be the reason Shedeur Sanders is looking the way he's looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little
Yeah, Stephen A. dropping that knowledge down, said the reason why Shedeur Sanders is playing the way he's playing is all because of the head coach and the play caller, Tommy Rees. And you just have to agree with him. I mean, what quarterback have played good up under Kevin Stefanski? Joe Flacco came in for relief, and 2 years ago, they made the playoff and lost in the first game of the playoff. And his first season done. That's it. He been the head coach 6 years. They don't have two years of winning season up under Kevin Stefanski. Up under Kevin Stefanski. What quarterback has he developed? Deshaun Watson, before he got up under Kevin, he was outstanding at Houston. Then he came to Cleveland. Man, he looked like he ain't never seen a football. Mess around and came to Cleveland and got up under Kevin Stefanski. Deshaun Watson looked like he ain't never seen a football. Never seen a football. Kevin Stefanski talking about Shedeur.
He's got the same attitude every single day, which you expect from quarterbacks. You have to, in this league, be able to turn the page after a loss. You got to be able to turn the page after a win. You can't take that previous game with you, and I think he does a great job of that.
That's the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, talking about Shedeur on the last game of the loss. Say he got to flesh that game, get it out of his system, move forward, and let's get ready for the next week. That's his attitude. That's the way he looked. I go 50-50 with that. You do have to do that. But you still got to realize what happened in that last game so it won't happen in the next game. You do have to flesh that game. But still, you got to realize what happened in that last game and make sure you put Shedeur in a position so it won't happen again. At least go over it with him. At least go over it with him. I'm just trying to tell you, hey, Shedeur is an overcomer. I believe he's going to have a better job. It ain't got nothing to do with Kevin. They ain't going to have nothing to do with Tommy Rees. I think Shedeur's mindset, his mental toughness, and he know what's on the line, and he getting ready to play a big-time quarterback in Josh Allen. Shedeur finna go out there and prove he belong on this stage. He ain't finna prove it to me, nor you. He gonna prove it to himself. Shedeur gonna play a better game than he did last week. You can bet on that. You can bet on that. And if that game is close, in this fourth quarter, this Sunday coming up, I ain't gonna doubt Shedeur now. I'm not gonna doubt him. He can pull this thing off if that defense come to play. If they can shut down Buffalo running game with James Cook and Josh Allen, Shedeur gonna shock the world, and then everybody, the Cleveland media, they're gonna jump back on that train wagon. We don't need no quarterback. We got a franchise quarterback. They been had one. They just haven't treated him like he's one. They haven't put the effort in on Shedeur to treat him like a number one and a franchise quarterback. When they decide to do that, that team gonna take off. They're gonna take off like a jet. They're gonna take off like a jet. You can believe that. Shedeur Sanders is the answer. They gotta believe. Shedeur believe. They gotta believe. Now, if they don't want Shedeur, if they don't want Shedeur, they can have that right there. Yeah, they can have Dylan Gabriel with that baby music, that circle music. Yeah. If they don't want Shedeur, they can go back to Dylan Gabriel. They can give him that right there. That's what they'll give him right there. Yeah. I bet you they don't want to go back to that. I know they don't. That's why I keep trying to tell you, man. There's a lot of things in this thing. My dog just needs somebody to believe in him. He needs somebody to believe in him. Shedeur just needs somebody to believe in him and build an offense around him. That's what Shedeur needs. Shedeur Sanders, I believe, will outperform Josh Allen on Sunday. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I believe he's going to outperform Josh Allen. He's going to come back with a better game this upcoming Sunday. All right? All right. I got to move on. I got 10 more minutes. Give me 10 more minutes. Let's talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Can Coach Prime win in Colorado? Put it down. Put it down in the chat. Can Coach Prime win in Colorado? Can Coach Prime win at Colorado? Yes or no? In the chat. Can he win? Boy, he got so many players jumping in that transfer portal. Draylon Miller dropped in the transfer portal. Takeefa Thomas transfer portal. It's so many. Lightfoot transfer portal. We already know Takeefa Byers now jumped in the transfer portal. Omarion Miller now jumped in the transfer portal. The word on the street is DJ McKinnon is already in now. He just haven't announced it. So my question is, can Coach Prime win in Colorado? Can he win in Colorado? Because I'm going to be honest. Real, yeah, man. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be hard for Coach Prime to win in Colorado, not because Coach Prime can't coach. It's going to be hard for him to win in Colorado because of the money. He don't have the money to compete with those Big Ten and SEC schools. He just don't. And plus, it's going to be hard to get players, some good players, to come to Colorado when it's cold, rainy, snow. They ain't won nothing. So, man, it's brutal. It's just like Cleveland. Cleveland and Colorado got the same thing going on. They got a stigma behind their franchise name. Colorado won 1-11 3 years ago. Cleveland Browns haven't won nothing. I don't know how long. They ain't had a franchise quarterback in 20 to 30 years. Cleveland and Colorado, they just at the bottom of the basement when it comes to football. And Coach Prime and Shedeur trying to save both franchises. Coach Prime trying to save Colorado. Shedeur trying to save Cleveland. And they fighting an uphill battle. They fighting an uphill battle. Coach Prime gonna need some coaches and some good players. I mean, I think he's gonna be 2 or 3 years away. And I don't see Coach Prime hanging in there that long, y'all. I'm just being straight with you. Yeah, if he don't get that thing together this year, Coach Prime out of there next year. It is what it is. So I'm looking at, I don't know. He just got to get some good players. This year, they say they had some good players, but when they played this past year, it didn't look like everybody else looked like. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know, man. Yeah, Max said sausage. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. What's up, Coach? Coach B said Coach Prime has to forget that loyalty rules and get some dogs. Yeah, you got to get some dogs, man. Got to. Note, CU is rebuilding mode. Everybody's leaving. Yeah. Springer said, yes, they gonna win. Wait on me what to say, this just me. Yeah, it's just me, man. It's just me saying that, me dog. They said, so Prime out. So Prime out, Shedeur out to be what? I'm just saying, man. I just got to see how this thing gonna play out. They told me not to sweat. Don't worry, they got something coming, but them players will see it no greener on the other side. Yeah. But you know, I'm not worried about the players that left. They didn't do nothing. They were 3-9. If they were really any good, there's no way they would have been 3-9. If the players that jumping in this transfer portal was any good at all, there's no way. No way they would have won just 3 games. They should have left Tyler Brown. He in there. Should have been gone, if you ask me. They just practice players. These players was just practice players and getting that money, free money. That's it. Some of them were pretty good. They just go to Colorado to get tape on the film, to get tape of themselves, and so they can get it to another school. That's all they do. They go to Colorado to get their tape because they know Colorado don't have the depth nor the players that Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, Florida, Florida State, and all them Ohio State players. They know Colorado don't have them type of players, so they can go there easily and get their stuff on tape, get film, and then they can put it together, send it to another school, and get them some NIL money. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But we're going to see how it's going to turn out with the new offensive coordinator. I keep hearing that Coach Prime got something coming for his defensive side of the ball. And we're going to wait and see. And we're going to see. Yeah, they need some real coaches too. Yeah, some real coaches. Because, boy, they get killed in the Twitter street. That coaching staff getting killed in the Twitter street. You hear me? They getting killed. Yep, that's it. He lost that weight and he said the hell with blocking. BYU took his lunch. When BYU took his lunch, he didn't play no more the rest of the season. He didn't. He got solved, bro. You hit it right on the head. See, a lot of people ain't gonna say that. He the franchise. Shit, ain't no franchise. Man, you go watch them all 22 and look at the Jordan seat on the left side. He be standing up and ain't blocking nobody. I said, damn. It is what it is, man. They gotta want to, man. They gotta want to, bro. They don't have no players that. He just needs some players that want then none of them execute whatever they supposed to do. The wide receiver, Draylon Miller, when he was playing wide receiver, I kept telling y'all after I watched the all 22. Then in the game, it looked like he was doing something, but when you watch the all 22, man, that dude wasn't doing that. Draylon Miller really hadn't done that since he been there. If you be honest about it. He was there last year, man, they were riding the back of Travis Hunter. He was a practice player for Travis Hunter. Then when Travis Hunter left, he became in that spotlight on him, just like JR said, and he didn't produce. Draylon Miller played 2 years the game. He didn't score but 4 touchdowns. Check it out. Go check out the records. He started for 2 years, only got 4 touchdowns. What Coach Prime missing? He a good kid. Got a good attitude. But for as, was he really a good wide receiver? Nah. Was he a good running back? Nah. I mean, go look for yourself. Was he a good kid? Oh, hell yeah. Perfect example. Be a straight out student. Sometimes that big time football ain't your calling. Maybe you got to go to be on a team that got more superstars, they got more players, and you don't have to be that guy. But when you have to be that guy, you find out you ain't that guy. That same thing happened to K-Salt. That's the same thing happened to K-Salt. K-Salt was good at that bottom level, but when he came up to competition and he had to be that guy and that spotlight on him, he didn't deliver. One thing I don't learn about football, and especially college football, if your quarterback ain't no good, you're not gonna win. And people gonna be in a shock next year when they think Juju gonna deliver. He gonna look the same way. Juju is 2 years away. He can throw the ball. I give him that. When in 4th and 1, can you think he's 6'1", 180 pounds? You think he's gonna get a first down on a quarterback sneak against BYU? Against Utah? What about Kansas State? What about Arizona State? He too little. He ain't tough enough. He 2 years away. Now, he can stand in the pocket and throw the ball, but ain't no team in the Big 12 going to let him do that. They're not going to let him do that. You got to get some weight on. You need some players out there tough. Utah got 2 on. When in 4th and 1, they didn't hand that ball, no running back. They let that quarterback kept that ball, and he was a freshman. You know why? That ball was tough. He was tough. He run hard and tough. Tough. Colorado needs some tough players. They got some soft players. They ain't tough. Utah got 2 quarterbacks, African American males. Look like they stay on a dirt road, come off a dirt road, and can take that ball and run it in there, and you ain't gonna be able to stop it. And Colorado didn't stop it. BYU quarterback is a freshman. Big, rough. They don't even allow him to throw the ball. They just snap that ball and let him run it. Ran all over Colorado. If your quarterback ain't tough and he can't run on 4th and 1 and get a first down, you're going to lose. I tell you what, there's a game going on right now. Oklahoma and Alabama. You know why Alabama losing? And you know why Oklahoma will win? They got a quarterback that's tough and can run that football. And that's what he's doing. Last time I seen the score was 10 and that. Now, I don't know what the score is right now. You know why? Because that quarterback can run that football. That's what happened to K-Salt. K-Salt didn't want to run. He came there to throw the ball. That's why they lost. That's why they lost. That's why K-Salt lost his starting position, and that's why the team lost, because K-Salt didn't want to run the ball. You got to have a quarterback that can run that football to win in the Big 12. Next year, you're going to see Kansas State. They got a quarterback and run the ball. You're going to see BYU. They got a quarterback that can run the ball. Utah, they got not one. They got 2 quarterbacks that can run the football. Them the 3 teams going to be at the top. Count on it. Count on it. You can count on that. If your quarterback and you need one good running back that can run that football, oh, you can be in the game. You ain't finna throw your way out of that. Matter of fact, Juju started the last 3 or 4 games. They didn't win not one game. Not one. Yeah, I know you ain't want to hear that part. But I'm going to sit back and watch them and say, I told you so. I ain't going to say nothing all season and next season. If they don't get them no quarterback that can run that football, Coach Prime, I'm talking to Coach Prime if he run across this video. DJ Lagway, the quarterback that hit the transfer portal, is the quarterback that you need. Or go get one of Utah quarterback. That's quarterback that you need. You need somebody tough that can run that football. And who can get you a 4th and 1 or 4th and inches first down without handing it off to a running back. Watch how it play out. And when y'all come back, I'm saying, you already know that BYU. I've tried to tell you. They're not going to win the Big 12 with that. Nah. They can go. They can call a go offense all they want. You win on Big 12 with that. It is what it is, fam. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right. Let's see. I just believe in CU. I believe in them too. But we're going to find out. C's not going anywhere. Shit. He need to. He ain't doing that. Money grab, straight up. That's all it was. I love CC. That's all it was. Straight money grab. Because they know Coach Prime wasn't there. They know Coach Prime was dealing with his health. He was dealing with health. He wasn't there to oversee it. But then they took advantage of that situation. The people who Coach Prime left in charge, nah. They didn't come through for him. They didn't come through for him. But we're going to see how it turn out. I've been hearing some good things. I ain't going to say nothing. But we're going to see how that defensive side turn out. Because that's where they're going to have to win at, on the defensive side of the ball. Colorado defense got to be stronger than they have been since Coach Prime been there. That's the only way you're going to win. Only way. Only way you're going to win. Defense got to show up. They got to be able to stop a running quarterback because that's who they're going to face. Kansas State got a quarterback. They're going to run it. BYU sure got a quarterback. They're going to run it. And Utah got 2 quarterbacks that going to run it. If Colorado defense can't stop them, nah. Going to be like the same situation. Same situation. But we're going to see how it's going to turn out. To me, shit. If I had to use a quarterback and they don't get there and I transfer portal, I go at punter. Punter be my quarterback. Yeah, I live and die on the hill with him. That's me. All right, family, I got to get off this thing. I won't be able to do a live show tomorrow. I got a Christmas dinner to go to with my friend. But I'll drop a video while I'm at Christmas dinner. Yeah. I'm gonna be on May one, and I'm gonna drop it while I'm at that Christmas dinner. So it is what it is. But hey, we're gonna see what Coach Prime gonna do with his rest of his coaching staff and some players out there transfer portal. If I can tell you right now, if Coach Prime plan on going out there with Ryan Starks and Juju, yeah, dirt road rep. They got 5. Hey, Utah got quarterbacks 2 of them off a dirt road. Them boy bad to the bone, you know what I mean? Hey, family, y'all be good, man. I appreciate y'all tonight. All right? I'm going to get in here and watch the rest of this game of Alabama and Oklahoma. Peace. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.